Hey guys. Here, let me get the TV turned off. If you don't know, I'm in New York. I had an interview I had to come do. I can't really talk about it yet until it airs. So, don't ask me about that. But I did want to get on here a little bit. I've been, of course, had time going over some of the posts that I've seen about CPS these last couple days, medical kidnapping. I'm glad that the news is starting to pick them up. The thing is, guys, we need more parents stepping forward saying, you don't have the rights to take my kids. Okay? We need to stop allowing them to do that. Okay? I just posted another video with her mom. Okay? They're on 50 days of the open case, and they're supposed to close it by 60 days. And because mom isn't agreeing to let the caseworker, and since when do caseworkers take urine tests? I've never heard of that. Since when does a caseworker do urine tests? Never heard of that. Anybody heard of that? Because as far as I know, they have to bring people out to do the services. And in that video, the caseworker is wanting to do the urine test. I wouldn't trust a caseworker to do anything. That's a conflict of interest, number one. And I wouldn't trust anything that they did. Hey guys, Carla, Christy, Linda, it's great to see you guys. I also posted a picture last night of a man that I pulled out of the streets last night. I was walking, trying to find some place to eat that wasn't real expensive. And I was walking behind this man. And of course everybody's going around him because he smells. And I noticed that he was wobbly, so I kind of stayed behind him just to make sure he was okay. Next thing I know, he falls right straight in the street, right in the middle of the street. And all these people that drive out here is crazy. They were just zipping around him and zipping around, almost hitting the dumpster trying to get around him. And so I run over there. I can't lift him by myself, and I'm trying to drag him out of the street, and I'm begging grown men on the sidewalk to help me get him out of the street, at least so he doesn't get run over. And they're like, oh, he's just drunk. He'll be fine. I'm like, can you at least please help me get him out of the street? It took another lady my size, and we still struggled to get this man out of the street. He was passed out, but I didn't smell alcohol on him. And so she called 911, and they basically told her if he's breathing and he's fine, they will come by and check on him when they can, just to leave him there. And I was like, what do you mean? Well, he started looking around a little bit, and he's like, I'm fine, I'm just homeless. But he fell, he passed out. Something's wrong with him. So I couldn't believe that nobody wanted to help him. The ambulance didn't want to come see him. And so they said just to leave him there, and he said he was fine. I just cried all the way to my hotel. I haven't left my hotel since. I can't stand to see that. It was crazy. That's it. And I'm not going out. I'll eat when I get home. But I'm not going to venture out anymore. But what I want to talk about is CPS, guys. I'm seeing more and more where they're getting pretty brazen about taking kiddos. I'm going to get my glasses so I can see better here, so I can see the comments. Let me think where I put my glasses. I think I put them on the dresser. Hold on. But they're getting pretty brazen. Showing up at the hospitals and taking these kiddos. Where did I put my glasses? Oh, there they are, right next to me. I'm watching more and more. They're demanding you take their services. Since when are they experts on services? And just because somebody falsely accused somebody of something doesn't mean that they should have to be made to take services. What gives them that requirement? And that's what we need to be asking. Why do they want these parents to take services? Because it's money. If you don't, and in the video that I posted, you hear her say, if you don't do my services, I'm going to call legal and have them take your child away from you. Yet the child is in no danger. No danger whatsoever. Okay? None. But yet she's threatening to call legal to have her kid taken from her. And then she asks her, so the police are going to come take my kid away. She goes, no, The police aren't going to take your kid. I'm going to take your kid. If I was that mom, I don't know what happened at the end of that video, but they wouldn't be taking my kid. Okay, I'd be all over the news. Okay, that's just plain and simple. This thing of them coming and taking and threatening you and bullying you and you do this or else, since when is blackmail legal? I'd like to know that. Is more money absolutely for babies? It's just incredible, guys. I don't understand. The more and more and more, I mean, even as an advocate, I just sit there and scratch my head. What are they thinking? What are they doing? I'm going to turn this light out. I don't think we need it, and it's, no, reflection. Oh, so the reflection is on the, okay, so my question, guys, is what can we do to make the world aware of actually what's going on with CPS and what their goals are in taking our children? I am just astounded by how many people have no clue what CPS does. While I was here in New York, I talked to several people just to see if they knew. And I talked to the taxi guy, and I talk all the time, okay? And people are like, I had no idea CPS could do that. And I said, well, if you don't know, you're right. They're just going to come in and walk all over you, okay? They literally are just going to come in and walk all over you. I agree, Randy. I think a lot of people are just going to start having midwives. But then they're going to put regulations on midwives about having to report who they help give birth and stuff. I have parents that don't even register them with Social Security numbers, their children, to keep them out of the system. Because our world is getting to where the government thinks that they can do whatever they want. And that couple that was on the news the other night, I also shared that video where they took the baby in because he was sick. He has a heart murmur. Now, I was born with a heart murmur, okay? And they took this baby in because he had flu-like symptoms, okay, to one hospital. And this doctor at this hospital wanted to give this poor little 5-month-old baby heart surgery, okay, and demanded the parents immediately have him go in for heart surgery. Yet he went in for flu-like symptoms, okay? The mom just wanted a second opinion, and the way they were treating them, they decided to immediately take the child to a different hospital to get a second opinion, okay? That's legal. One, it's legal. And this hospital that demanded to have surgery reported them to CPS. And they showed up at the other hospital and took custody of the child. Now that's just wicked. Plain and simple wickedness. And they say that it's in the best interest of the child, but yet the other doctor at the other hospital said, no, this baby doesn't need heart surgery. The parents did exactly what they should have. But yet CPS still came in and took their child. How is that legal? How is that even right? And I'm sick and tired of hearing this over and over and over again, medical kidnapping. And I'm glad that they were able to get this to the public's eye. But we need more and more of that, guys. We need more and more people picking up these stories. We need parents to come forward and say, enough, enough. If CPS shows up at your door, you immediately start recording. Everybody start recording. Everybody. I'm talking, you see them across the street at your neighbor's house, you run over there and you start recording. This blackmailing, you do this or you don't get to see your kids, you do this or we're going to take your kids. Seriously? That's blackmail. Since when is that legal? There's no danger to my kid, but if I don't sign the safety plan, you're going to take my kid? How is that legal? I just don't understand it, guys. And so, what can we do? What can we do to make the world aware of what CPS is really like? Because everybody I've talked to that doesn't know about CPS, the first thing out of their mouth is, oh, they protect children. But do they really protect children? Because my understanding is the children that end up dying, CPS was supposedly involved And yet they didn't take the kids away from that family, yet they knew that they were being abused. Now, when I looked at my cases, my case file, when I received it from the state of Maine, they crossed out, of course, all the caseworkers' names. But you know, in my case file, it says suspected abuse in the foster care. They didn't remove me from foster care, but yet they suspected abuse? Come on, seriously. Oh, I know. They pit. That's why I tell you guys, don't call CPS when you have an ex or aunt or an uncle or grandparents that are mad at you. Learn to conflict management nowadays, guys, because the thing is, don't get CPS involved. You'll never get them out of your lives, okay? The thing is, they will pit family members against family members. We need to stand together and stand strong and stop letting this bull crap CPS workers do that. And they love to do that. They love to pit parent against parent, grandparents against parents. If you don't say this, we're going to... they lie to children. I've known of guardian litems to come in and tell the children, you say this on the stand and we'll let you go live with your mommy tomorrow. They'll lie to them just to get them to get on the stand and lie. We've got it recorded of them doing that, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They are so corrupt, they get away with it. Hey, Adam. They get, they don't care about the child. They only care about the money. Exactly. And the thing is, those who do have a heart, those who do help families, who believe in reunification of families and helping families, are the ones that they'll fire. Those are the ones that say, we don't need your services anymore, like them taking my parent aid contract. They took my daughter's parent aid contract, all because she was associated with me. She didn't do anything wrong, all because she was associated with me and I helped her get the contract. I didn't even work cases for her. All I did was transport, and she offered to fire me on transporting. And it wasn't good enough. So they won't use people that actually help families. And these families are begging to have her as a parent aid company. And they're like, oh no, we just don't want to use her anymore. We have the right and the options not to use her. That's how ridiculous this is, guys. That they can pick and choose who they want to use. There is absolutely, my lawyer who was looking into this, to file a complaint against Mayor Chumba, who is in financial over the state of Missouri, Jackson County, who pays all the contractors on the invoices and stuff. How do we file a complaint against him for slander? And there is absolutely no way of filing a complaint against CPS except filing a complaint with CPS. In other words, there's nobody above them. We contacted the Attorney General's office, and he said, we represent them, therefore it's a conflict of interest. There's nothing that we can do. We're sorry. We contacted the mayor's office. We contacted the senator's office. Same thing. We are affiliated with them, therefore it's a conflict of interest. Seriously, it's unbelievable. Okay? There is no accountability for CPS. They have nobody they answer to. The state, they answer to nobody. That's why they go around saying they're untouchable. I've had guardian litems. I've had people tell me that, scream at me when I'm telling them that they're wrong, say, well, we're untouchable. There's nothing you can do. And cussing me out. There's nothing you can do. And they're right. There's nothing we can do right now. But I'm saying we need to rise up and start saying enough is enough. It's just wickedness. The things that these people I don't have Wi-Fi, Adam. I don't know that it will let you come on. And I don't... a budsman is supposed to be... There is no checks and balances for CPS. There's nobody they answer to. They are... I mean, I've contacted the FBI several times asking that they be investigated. I think all over the country, everybody needs to start filing complaints with the FBI. Everybody, every parent, every grandparent that's ever had a problem with CPS, everybody flood them with complaints. flood them, demand that they be investigated, demand